Okay, this will be a short video on how to create a meetup in the Zwift Companion app, which is the only place you can actually create one. So first thing is, of course, click on or open up the Zwift Companion app. It doesn't matter if it's iOS or Android. This tutorial is through iOS. You then want to navigate down to the Events tab. Then on Events, you want to click on the third icon that's at the top. So not the bike, not the person running. It's like the three people together. You then click on Create Meetup. And then from there, you can create a cycling or a running meetup. By default, I think it's on the running, but we'll change it over to cycling. You can set the time, the date and time. Here it's, we're going to set it at, I think, Sunday, September 3rd. We'll change the time. You just kind of scroll the up or down to change the time. And of course, you can set AM or PM. You can only create a meetup within the next 7 days. So you can't create it more than 7 days out. And it's like 7 days, including like what 7 days would be in time. So once we set a time, we click done. The next option is where do you want to go? You can select what world you want to be in and the route. So I think we pick, I'm going to pick Yorkshire. And then you can pick any of the routes that exist in Yorkshire. Just about all the routes are available. I think there's a few that aren't, but you pick the route and it'll show you that route. And then next you can set like how long you're going to be on this route. So you can choose a distance or a duration option. And once you select distance over on the right, you can either option actually can change what that measurement is. So if you set it to distance, you can set it to whatever distance you want it to be, at least 1 mile. The same thing for duration. It's a count in minutes. So by default, it's at 60 minutes. So you can set it to 45. It's got to be at least 1 minute. And I'm not sure how high it can go, but you can set it by that. Now to invite people, the only people you can invite to a meetup are those that follow you in the Zwift Companion app. So that's a real detail. They have to be following you. You don't have to follow them, but they need to follow you in the Zwift Companion app, and then you can invite those people. So in this case, I'm going to look up Lucille. And I found her name. You click the little box next to her name. It shows a green check mark. You then can add more people. You click the back arrow, and then it shows who you've invited. And next option is, or who you're going to invite, rather. Next, you have the option between, this is where you set the Keep Everyone Together feature. By default, you probably want to stick with Keep Everyone Together and not the race results. Keep Everyone Together does allow you to people to join late if they need to. Race results does not let people join late. But Keep Everyone Together just does what it says. And all riders, despite whatever power they are putting out, it will keep them together as they travel along the road. This meetup only view allows you to select whether you want to have whether you want to see anyone else who's not in the meetup. So if you're riding in the world, it'll show you everyone else in the world or not. There you click save and then or create meetup, and then your meetup has been saved and it's been created. And we're going to go back and see it. And that's where it looks like under your events tab. It'll show your meetups that are in the past and your current meetups. Just how you go back to the meetup tab. You can see it also in the home screen. I'm not actually swiping here. We'll come back to this in a moment and show you how you can see it on your home screen. But if you go under here, you can see your meetups that you selected you're going to, or you've been invited to, and which ones you're going to. You can also add like a little description in here. It's not necessary, or a message you want to put in. So you go down to the message. You can change what route. So if you want to adjust stuff to the meetup, you can once you create it up to a certain point. So you can also type a message in there, a short message. I think it's 140, 150 characters you can add that you can put in there. You can adjust the details about the meetup all the way up until the start time of the meetup. Once the meetup starts, you cannot change anything about it. You can't invite anyone else. You can't make any adjustments to it. I really don't suggest making any changes like prior to, all the way up to 5 minutes before the meetup. Things get wonky if you wait that late. But if you swipe to the left here, you can see all the events that you're currently set up going to. And that's how you see that right under that little event slot. It'll show you the ones you're actually going to. And that's how you create a meetup in the Zwift Companion app.